All right, Gaties and Lendelman. Today, I don't know what I'm doing, but I will say this: I do know what I'm doing in the next video, and it's that monstrosity right there. I am working on the mountains, and I'm going to attempt to build a Christmas build up in here because it's Christmas time. But I've already spent several hours working on this, um, so I'm gonna attempt to finish that hopefully by next week, so that way I can get my next video out for you guys and show that all off. But that's taken forever. I'm doing it all by hand. I'm not using any world edit or anything. You look at this; it's a mess, massive, like facade. Uh, I'm hoping to do maybe a dwarven kingdom in here once it's all completed and solid instead of being just this big one-sided facade. Who knows how long that's going to take though. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to continue on the church close and hopefully finish that off. Um, that way my next project can be finishing the mountains. But they're looking pretty okay, I think. I think I need to add more snow. They're looking a little too summery right now. Then again, it is kind of a summer, spring build. Well, I guess summer, fall with the wheat being is grown, but I don't really have control over that. So yeah, it's coming together. It's a lot of blocks, and it needs shaped a little bit better than it is. It's a little rough looking, but when you're doing it by hand, that's kind of how it all goes down. So that's going to be the tallest peak there, and then it's going to kind of go and like jagged down that way, and then end kind of over here before the desert castle, because this I've kind of hurt myself for space, but it's okay. As I was saying, next thing is going to be fixing this guy up. So plan for today is going to be to finish off these buildings and get them blocked out, and then I'm going to I want to extend the path around here and get the infrastructure kind of blocked in, but I always say I'm going to do a lot more than I end up doing because it takes a lot longer to do it. So I'm going to start by adding the upper levels to these. I just wanted to take a second to say thank you and tell you how much I appreciate all the feedback I've been getting lately, and all the positive comments. I don't expect a whole lot out of these videos, and the fact that some people are watching them and seeming to enjoy them uh, is really motivating. And I hope I can keep producing content that you guys enjoy. Um, any feedback is super welcome, even if it's negative or constructive. I want to cater this as much as I can to being fun to watch and entertaining. Um, so please keep it up. Thank you so much. And yeah, I just want to say really quick. So back to it. Buildings are going up very slowly, but progress is being made. So got the first building kind of fleshed out here. I started here because the zealot faction that's gonna take part of this build that I kind of touched on at the end of the last video, which are, for those of you that didn't see that far or see that part, is basically this faction of honor guard or religious protectors, warriors that are appointed by the king to protect the bishops, monks, priests, whoever, for the out of this compound, because it would be a very juicy target for sea raiders to come and raid, basically. So yeah, this is their little barracks here that I built last time. And I even did an interior. Yeah, no, look at that. And then attached to that is going to be their barracks, because that's way too small for them to live and sleep in. For a compound of this size, you'd probably need quite a few defenders. So this building here is going to be attached as their kind of sleeping quarters barracks. That's kind of why I started here. I think I'm going to put the front door over here, so it's kind of not right in front of that one, or right next to that one, I guess. Yeah, I'm just going to do it like off center. Why not? Something like that. I like making covered doors. Just adds a little bit of depth to the build. My thought process for this building, before I even add windows or anything, is this side over here is going to be kind of like the meeting hall, maybe like the kitchen and a big dining table for everybody to eat at. And then this taller, skinnier section is going to be the living space. There's going to be a little entry area right here, since that's where the front door is. And then this is going to be maybe offices or bedrooms, or like bunk rooms back there. And then on the top floor is going to be an office and a bedroom for the chapter master of the zealots here. So, and then I'll insert the chimneys once I kind of figure out the interior. I'm not going to flesh out the entire interior here, because I've already spent about 20 minutes building the outside of this building, and if I want to get to anything else today, I kind of need to pick it up. So I'm going to add some windows, and then I'm going to put a chimney on it, and then we'll keep moving here. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a little update on this side of the building. Oh, and I also added these little windows on top of the roof here, which is a little different. I don't even know what these are called, but I think they look really cool. They add a little bit of like depth, and they break up that straight line that the roofs normally have. And they also add a little bit of light. Windows are on. Inside has been lightly sketched out, and I forgot to put on window panes. These aren't window panes. Shutters? Shutters. That's the word I'm looking for. Yep. Forgot to put on shutters. Okay, now there's shutters on the building. Yep. Awesome. I mean, I kind of like it. There's a bee hanging out, too. Yeah, the contrast with the red is really nice with the stone. Alright. Continuing on. I really hope I can get these fleshed out by the end of this video, because I need to get this project completed so I can start working on the mountain over there that you can't even see right now. There it is. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a monster. Okay, I continue. Okay, so those are the roofs on. I don't know if I like how flat this wall is. So I tried to variate the roofs, because I think 3 of them all being the same would have been too, like all at the same height would have been a little silly looking. So did these 2 at the same height, the same style, and this one I did the flatter roof, but this wall is just really flat. I think what I might do is I might do some arches in here. Let's see. I don't remember how many blocks I made this. Oh yeah, look at that. I can't. And I'm gonna leave them as stone. And then from there, do something like this. What's gonna be in here? I don't know. But that breaks it up a lot already. And then if I take one of these, kind of do one of these. Look at that. Now it's like its own building. It's crazy. It's kind of neat. Yeah, kind of like that. Maybe, I don't know. Would clergy use stables? Would there be stables in something like this? I don't know. I mean, it could just be like a hangout spot or like somewhere to go away from the elements and hang out. I did something similar over on the church mission build that I have way over there. Um, I might have to think on that one. Yeah, cool. This career is really starting to shape up. It's a lot of buildings. It's a lot of black, but you know what? The roofs are cool, I think, because it matches the church, and it's much different from the rest of the city. So it's really clear that this is a different maybe group that lives here. So okay, I think what's next is going to be pathways, because that'll kind of help me visualize how it all comes together. And then I'm going to be lazy and I'll texture the buildings shortly. I don't want to do it right now. So I'm going to put some pathways in here and then kind of figure out where I'm going from there. Okay, so I had another idea. What if there's a little entrance into the courtyard from here, from the church itself, so that way the clergy doesn't have to walk outside of the compound to get to work. I just need to figure out how to connect this into the main thing, because this wall here, yeah, this is going to be the chapel, a little spying hole. And then this floor here, I don't remember what this goes into this building. I mean, this could work if I just did a staircase in here. Maybe just like going down here. Let's do some actual stair blocks. That should something like this. That's a little close. I could turn the stairs, I guess. Oops. Something like that. That'd be really thin, though. I don't have to do a big old entrance like that either. It's kind of spooky under here. Imagine if I was in survival and it was on difficulty. Yeah, because I'm doing nothing in world edit, everything's hollow underneath. Like, this entire church is on a hollow platform. That entire cliff face is hollow. That's hollow. So this is a survival nightmare if people were to try to dig down. You know what? I kind of like the bigger entrance here, but what if I, instead of just having it being an open room, kind of blocked it off so it was a separate thing, so it wasn't exposed to the elements. And then this staircase could come down against this wall. Something like that. Wow, it is really dark. Let me get some lights. Okay, for now that's where the lights are gonna go while I'm working on this. And this is the orchard right there, so I gotta be mindful of breaking into that ground. I mean, I can use this wall as a wall, actually. Yeah. Something like that. Part of me kind of likes the idea of this staying as like a natural rock face, because it's like they built onto a little plinth, natural little cliff, instead of it all just being stone walls. It's the little details that make this kind of fun, but also challenging at the same time. Let me see here. Well, I kind of want this to be a doorway, an actual doorway. I love this texture, or this shader pack at night. Complementary just does such a cool thing with the lights. Okay. Sidetracked. Always sidetracked. This needs so much work. Just a little stone box in here. I mean, maybe something like that. A little archway is not too bad. And I can put a lamp somewhere there. I don't like that. Just hang it from the middle of the room. At least for now. This isn't too bad. Yeah. You can kind of see what I'm doing with the path. So I added some doorways to this building, or these buildings, I suppose. I'm gonna have them be 2 buildings each, so like townhouses. So that way 4 different families could live in this little area. And then, or even more, I guess, if they have roommates. Yeah, and then I'm gonna connect the road from there to there, from there to over there. I'm gonna have it kind of wrap around in a circle, and in the middle, I was kind of thinking of keeping with the apple orchard theme and maybe doing some more apple trees in here, kind of just sprinkled about. And then this building here can be kind of like the gardening tools and supplies, and maybe just supplies, you know, food storage, tool storage, clothing storage, whatever they need, because it will get cold here in the winter, and gotta keep everything inside when it rains and snows, right? Yeah, I think maybe I'll do that. So I'm gonna finish up the road, and then maybe after that I'll start working on the garden. Okay, so it needs some refining, but that's kind of what the path I'm working with gonna look like. It's a good rough shape. So yeah, it gives me a lot of room to do a garden in the middle. Nothing too crazy though. I kind of want to do a path crisscrossing across as well, just because how annoying would it be to have to walk all the way around every time you want to go anywhere? So I think I'm gonna do some path crossing, or at least one path crossing, maybe in the middle here. So that's my path, and I kind of textured it a little bit. Kind of looks like a racetrack, or like stripes, which I'm not a huge fan of. But I think once I add some foliage and some trees and bushes and whatever, that'll that'll help it out a lot. And because this is my world and I can do whatever I want, I'm gonna do that before I texture in these buildings, because I really don't want to texture these buildings anymore. So I'm gonna add some trees and some garden in here to liven it up. Definitely like the idea of doing some more apple trees. So I'm gonna, not like an orchard's worth, but maybe just a couple scattered here and there. I also kind of like the idea of having these little cross paths be like overgrown or having some kind of tunnel. Okay, so just had an idea to kind of add to the, I guess, lore of this world. So I don't know why it's taking me forever to build these trees. I just can't get them to look right in my mind. And I had this last little section here, and I was thinking, well, if it's a religion kind of worshiping or revolving around these golden apples, how do they get them? Well, what if, you know, the priests kind of cultivate these golden apple trees that, you know, they produce these golden apples that maybe once and they never produce them again, so that's why they're so coveted, and maybe they have like these magical healing properties like they do in the base game, you know? Basically can bring people back from super sick, which would make sense as to why people would worship them. And I think the glowberries kind of look like golden apples a little bit. So this is my golden apple tree, and it's kind of this central focal point, and worth protecting, I guess, you know? Would make sense why it would be walled off, and that's something the priest would cultivate. Probably should be in the middle of the yard, but that's fine, because that'll be the priest's house, right? So makes sense. And it's right outside the windows of the church, so when they're at service, they can see it in the background. I mean, I can make it a little taller too, but I feel like they could probably see it from inside. Hang on. Yeah, I mean, a little bit. A little bit. Maybe I'll make it a little bit taller so you can see it right outside that window. That'd be really neat. And yeah, that way, that's kind of what the religion's based off of, is this golden apple tree that produces golden apples. So yeah, I think that's pretty neat, and it makes sense. So I'm gonna finish up the garden here and make this tree a little taller. Okay, there you go. Now you can see that tree right there, and you can see the glowberries just out that metal window. Pretty cool. I like it. All right. Yeah. It's a little funky with that one branch hanging off, but you know. Maybe if I add like a little bit here. I feel like it's just missing something below. Something like that. And then shear those off. Just like that. Yeah. That's so cool. Okay. I'm gonna fill out this area with some bushes and flowers. And then... Alright. It's really coming together now. I've detailed out the garden. Not completely done yet, but I added these light posts, flowers, some color in there. I even added some rocks kind of in there a little bit too. So I think over here I'm gonna do maybe carts or trees or something. I don't want too many bushes, but I filled these little corners and kind of added some splash of color to the gray walls. So yeah, it's really, I'm really liking it. It's like this little nature reserve in the middle of the city. So yeah, I mean, you'll notice throughout my builds I incorporate a lot of trees. So I guess I'm kind of just continuing on with that theme. But yeah, this is pretty neat. Just walking through it. Definitely cool. Yeah, I don't really know how much more time I'm gonna have here. I'm gonna add some last little touches, give you guys a final overview, and then I think we'll call it there for the day. Been recording for a couple hours, and I don't want this video to go too long for you. So I'm gonna add some final little touches. All right, so I added this little work area because I kind of wanted to put something here that wasn't foliage, and I figured they probably need somewhere to, you know, store some stuff outside. And I like this little wheelbarrow design too, hand cart wheelbarrow, whatever. Yeah, that was a cool little detail. So yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna call it for this video as it turns nighttime. I got a lot done today. Still a lot more to do here. I think I might work on this off camera and finish this up so I can proceed with my next projects. But yeah, that's kind of it. That's the close. It's the church. Yeah, I mean, it's like a little nature sanctuary in here. Yeah, if you guys want to see me kind of detail the rest of this, please let me know. But I think my next project is going to be working on the mountain, to a point where I can at least put a little Christmas village in there, or at least a Christmas tree up at the top. You know, Christmas is coming soon, so I know somebody said they wanted to see that. So I think that might be next. So yeah, I think this is where I'm going to log off. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. Let me know what you want to see. Still looking for a name for the town, so please, you know, give me some name ideas. That'd be awesome. Yeah. Have a great rest of your day.